Hi, I'm Bob Leverone. I'm a volunteer at the Massachusetts State Police Museum and Learning Center here in Whitensville, Massachusetts. And today we have a very special event going on. We have Ed Locke, the little boy you may have seen in that famous picture by Norman Rockwell called The Runaway. Ed is here to tell his story and sign autographs and prints of that famous picture. Won't you come inside and join us?
The museum has been in existence since 1999, but we've been in our current location here in Whitensville since 2022. And the purpose of the museum is to preserve the tradition and heritage and history of the Massachusetts State Police since its beginnings in 1865 to the current era.
We looked at this place that has 6,000 square feet, and some of the committee members said it was too big. As you can see now, it's too small.
Our collection has been preserved from members of the state police who have retired. A lot of their families will donate things when people retire or pass away. And then we've also obtained them from collectors or from estate sales as well in order to preserve that history.
Ed, how was it that you became the model for that famous picture?
Well, there are a number of stories about how I got to be Mr. Rockwell's model. He would come into our school. We had a little small elementary school in Stockbridge. And periodically he would come in during lunch hours. And they were like picnic tables. And I sat at the end of the bench because all the left-handed kids sat on the same side of the bench. Okay? So I sat there, and he kept walking back and forth, and then eventually he would just say, I want to talk to that kid. And so the principal, of course, would show up, and he would go, you, come here. So I'm 8 years old. I don't know what's going on. So I go up, and he would ask me my name. And I think after that, Stockbridge was such a small town, and he was such an important part of it. If he knew my name, he knew who my parents were. The next thing I know, my mother says to me, put on a clean shirt because you're going to go pose for Mr. Rockwell, which in Stockbridge was not all that unusual. I mean, 3 or 4 kids in my class posed for Mr. Rockwell. My sister posed for Mr. Rockwell. My sister-in-law posed for Mr. So we were kind of used to that. My father picks me up at school, and we go to a Howard Johnson's restaurant, believe it or not. And waiting there for me was Richard Clemens, who was a Massachusetts State Trooper at the time. This is kind of the genius of Mr. Rockwell. When we arrived, we were parked on those stools, and the whole process took 45 minutes. That was it, because he had in his head exactly what he wanted to accomplish, but he wanted photographic. He was so detail-oriented and that kind of thing that he took, I'm not sure how many pictures, but I know for a fact that this bag, he photographed just that bag 10 times. There are 10 photos of that bag, so he could get that bag right. He came to our house with an early version of this painting under his arm. Just walked up to the house, and my mother answers the door. There's Norman Rockwell standing there, and he's holding this picture, and he said to her, Grace, I need to know if I got the kid's pants right. Because the photographs, as you could see from the others, are in black and white. So in his head, he's got to fill in all of this as accurately as he can. And believe me, he got the pants right, because I had to go up and get the pants. Bring the pants down. He looks at him and he goes, yeah, I guess I got him right. And that was that. Tucked the painting under his arm, walked out the door. The unusual thing about it is that when this painting was on post cover, Dick went to Mr. Rockwell and said, why did you change all of that? Because the other rendition is completely different. It has a younger kid behind the bar, or behind the counter. It has 26 ice cream flavors in a mirror and buses reflected in the mirror. So it completely different. And Mr. Rockwell told Richard that he wanted to make it look like the kid got further out of town. He wanted to make it look like he had actually gotten somewhere. You know, that you knew in that picture, absolutely nothing bad is going to happen to that kid. Number one, the old guy behind the counter, and number two, the Massachusetts state trooper sitting next to him. Nothing bad's going to happen to that kid. And you think that's an important thing. The kid's safe, and that should be the way it is.